Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Sea Salt Snippets. Yes, it has been quite some time since we last did one of these, as it usually goes. But you know the program. I'm going to be talking about 3 smaller pieces of Kingdom Hearts news, some interesting stuff that's popped up over this past week. Earlier in the week, I was informed about a mysterious piece of Kingdom Hearts Missing Link beta footage that was uploaded to a YouTube channel known as Valley Tracks. Shout out to Nathaniel for letting me know about this. Pretty simple footage, nothing at first glance that is out of the ordinary. It's just simply raid fight footage. We've seen this from all of the beta stuff that came through last year. However, paying closer attention, I noticed that instead of squares, the character piece ability icons are circles. I also noticed how the character head for the heads-up display is actually moving, like the 3D model is part of the HUD. Now this was actually part of the very first build of the closed beta test at the end of 2023, but Square Enix for some reason removed the 3D character model for the second closed beta test, most likely to reserve more resources for the game itself. And you'll also notice that there is an Aerith character piece there. This is a character piece that hasn't been a part of any of the closed beta tests. No Final Fantasy characters are within those builds. So I thought this was pretty strange, because random Kingdom Hearts Missing Link gameplay being uploaded around the time where no betas have been taking place. Also, this is coming from a YouTube channel that hasn't uploaded in 14 years. So my immediate assumption is this is brand new footage. I mean, this is clearly a different build from the 2 closed beta tests that we've had for Missing Link so far. But before jumping the gun, I remembered that there was a prototype test that took place at the beginning of 2023. Now, for anyone that doesn't know about this, this was the very first test for Missing Link, but it was for Japan only. The thing is, Square Enix didn't allow any images or footage of this test to go public. It was actually against NDA. So this was taking place during a time before anyone had actually seen proper gameplay of this game. However, as these things usually go, there were leaks. Now, most of these leaks were completely scrubbed from the internet. Square Enix did a pretty good job on this. Now, because I couldn't personally find any, I had to reach out to you guys over on Twitter, and I was sent some proper gameplay footage of that first prototype test, and I could align up the differences that were present in that build to the differences that we see in the closed beta test. So the footage that we're seeing right here, I can confirm is from the prototype test of Missing Link. This is literally the very first version of the game. Now, other than the differences I've already mentioned, along with other smaller things to do with the HUD, like how there's a Keyblade icon next to the player names here, even though there was close on to a year's worth of progress made towards Missing Link from the prototype test leading up to closed beta test number 1, the game has pretty much remained the same. No doubt other content that just wasn't available in that prototype test was being worked on, like story-related stuff. But interesting to know that there were character pieces a part of the prototype test that didn't make it into the beta, like Aerith here, for instance. It's a pretty strange circumstance though, because the uploader hadn't uploaded a video in 14 years and just randomly Missing Link gameplay. And you can imagine, I was completely shitting myself thinking that this was perhaps maybe new footage from the most recent build of the game, thinking, oh wow, we must be getting close. But no, Kingdom Hearts Missing Link is still missing. Kingdom Hearts will be getting a new physical release come June 13th, because yes, of course it's June 13th, this year. Now, it's not technically new for people over in America or people in Japan, but for the rest of the world, it is. The Kingdom Hearts all-in-one package only ever released physically in the US and in Japan, but it seems like randomly and kinda suspiciously, Square Enix are deciding to drop this physical package in parts of Europe, along with Australia and New Zealand. We can see that listings have mysteriously gone live, with no mention about how this physical package is finally coming to other parts of the world. So far, I can only confirm Australia, New Zealand, and Spain. But if my small country in the middle of completely nowhere is receiving this, then that probably means that there's an incredibly high chance that other parts of Europe will also receive this too. This seems like some kind of sick joke, because I don't know how many times I have purchased the same Kingdom Hearts games, but I am yet again put in another position where another physical Kingdom Hearts package has presented itself, where I have no other choice but to give Square Enix my money. Now, it's pretty strange that Square Enix would do this because, I mean, the all-in-one package came out like 5 years ago now. So randomly, 5 years after that initial launch in the US and Japan, they're deciding, alright, let's just get it out to the rest of the world. I mean, this package is available digitally, and it's a really cool thing that Square Enix are randomly deciding to make the physical available in more parts of the world. But you have to wonder, why? Why now, of all of the years that you had in order to do this, why are you choosing specifically June of 2025? June is the big video game news month. We've got different showcases from publishers and developers, and there is, of course, most noteworthy, the Summer Games Fest. I do have a good feeling that we will get an update on what's going on with Kingdom Hearts this year, and June is looking like the most likely spot. Or of course, the Game Awards. For the past decade now, Square Enix have been trying to make the Kingdom Hearts series as accessible as possible, and since the release of Kingdom Hearts 3, they've been bringing the Kingdom Hearts games to more platforms. This sort of seems to be the initiative towards the Kingdom Hearts franchise, because it is a long-running, very large spanning series. There is of course the Nintendo Switch situation. The games still need to come to that system natively, but it wouldn't surprise me if Square Enix getting the physical of the all-in-one package out to more parts of the world is one last final attempt before jumping in to this next brand new saga. So can you imagine that we actually get a Kingdom Hearts news drop come June? Maybe something finally to do with Kingdom Hearts 4 and Missing Link, and shortly after those announcements, the all-in-one package comes to more parts of the world on June 13th. I don't know, this is my Kingdom Hearts brain rot and copium brain putting together different things. That's like ideally what I want to happen. It most likely isn't going to happen. I don't know. I just want this to mean something more than just a simple re-release of an already existing physical. Last up for today, a very exciting Kingdom Hearts 3 mod that more people absolutely need to know about is currently in development, known as Kingdom Hearts 3 Trials, which is a Kingdom Hearts Rouge-Lite. I've always envisioned how a Kingdom Hearts game would work in a roguelike or light manner, and here's the very first attempt at that. This has been developed by WaterKH along with a few others. It's not out just yet, and the footage that we have is more of a proof of concept, but it is something that we'll eventually see released, and I'm extremely excited to see this come together. I'm a big fan of this genre of video game, which has obviously been exploding over the past decade, and to see Kingdom Hearts applied to it is really neat. Also, seeing a Kingdom Hearts mod like this is really cool. It's super ambitious. It introduces a new way to play the game. So just like any other roguelike, you move through rooms and areas and accumulate upgrades that are randomized. Depending on what room you choose to go into will have different encounters. Usually with these kinds of games, the progress that you make is exclusive to the run you're currently in, though sometimes you get to take out stuff that become permanent upgrades, so it'd be cool to see a system like that if it is possible. Remember, this is in the confines of what's possible within Kingdom Hearts 3 modding. It's impressive alone just to see that this is something that is currently being worked on. The upgrade system for this is known as waypoints, and here we can see an example piece. Aqua's waypoint, we could choose Blizzard Boost to give us a 10% increase to blizzard damage. We could choose the Crystal Snow Keyblade, or we could unlock Water Gun. You can also discover a Keyblade Forge that can be used to upgrade your Keyblades during a run. There'll also be some story a part of this as well, and WaterKH has explained that it takes place between the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 and the final Remind boss fight. You can kind of tell as this is all taking place within the final world. This is a great use of the final world. It was heavily underused in Kingdom Hearts 3, and it was hyped up to be this really cool, amazing, actual final portion of the game, and it kind of wasn't. Now, although this is just a proof of concept, the ideas are so cool. This is so fitting for a Kingdom Hearts type setup, with the different systems that are typically found in these types of games applied to a Kingdom Hearts game. I've actually imagined that A spin-off title that Square Enix could do if they wanted to do a roguelike Kingdom Hearts experience would be for Yuzora's Trials. Although yes, I do want a fully fledged Kingdom Hearts game where we play as Yuzora with typical Kingdom Hearts gameplay, mechanics, and systems. I think that would be quite fitting for an actual canonical Kingdom Hearts game if they want to do roguelike. This definitely gives me vibes of God of War Ragnarok's Valhalla DLC, which is basically the same thing, a roguelite mode attached onto a game that isn't roguelite or like, with some story attached to it. So that's all for today, guys. Just some interesting stuff that I wanted to bring to your attention. As it goes, thank you so much for tuning in. Slap that like button, it helps me out more than you know. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. A big thank you to my wonderful patrons. Thank you guys so much for the continued support. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and we'll talk again real soon.